Hello, let's play some the Rising game. Looks like we're attacked. I'm at the stairs. This is a two-story castle. Let's try it. So those are 5 people and the max team units should be 4. How many are there? 5? I counted 5.
Oh, there's 4 people.
4 people.
50, a 56, a 59, and a 60.
So they can just destroy the gates? They don't need explosives?
They can, yes, they can also attack the gates. They can also use explosives. They used explosives on the outer wall, and they've been attacking their way through.
Interesting.
I know you never PvP'd.
No, I PvP'd. Actually, I never PvP'd, but I know how technical is done. I thought you would be safe here because this is a low-level area.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds. Foes gather at my castle.
Oh, 90 seconds, that's a big penalty. So that's a little more fun. They can just destroy your walls like that if that's high enough level.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
Not much we can do. Are you dead as well?
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
Probably he is. But this is our system. If you cannot remove them from your castle, that means you have to defend it all the time during the raid. Yeah, I can see why people don't prefer PvP on stuff like this, because you're going to lose your entire castle to 4 people. On the other hand, it was our decision to play on this. On the other hand, they probably would have teamed up on the duo server as well. I don't think anyone is playing as only a duo, strictly a duo on the duo servers anyway. Still a little higher level than I thought. So this is technically a level 40 area and they're 60. I guess they're just roaming around the island. Or, I don't know, they just attack the castles. They look like they have something in them. That's a little weird that you can just destroy the gates with your normal attacks.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
Well, I guess then it would be too safe, right? And I guess they're also using the new pistols.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
It's interesting system, the PvP, but I think the siege needs a little bit of work because you're going to lose everything whenever you get attacked by someone that is higher level than you because you cannot defeat them. Besides, doing the raiding you have to be online all the time, but it doesn't seem to help much, does it? Anyway, our goal for this castle was to basically leave it alone and go to another place and start making better gear, and that time I kind of forgot. So the golden rule is you only make the gear you need. You don't have anything extra. Probably lost materials, but again, the main purpose of the game is to have minions go out and search for loot for you. Even if you lose everything you have in a chest, you're still going to be okay. Ah, but you lost the bombs, no. The bombs are there, I forgot to put them, explosives, in the safe chest. Look at him. It doesn't really make sense in the terms of PvP or raiding. Even if you're going to play alone, if someone destroys your castle like this, you probably cannot win. Yeah, probably the raiding in this game is not very fun. No matter how you look at it, it's not very fun. Because you will lose hours of work and you cannot gain anything from defending your castle. I guess you have to attack another castle while someone else is attacking your castle. If that makes sense, I mean. Yeah, so when your castle is attacked, you have to be in another place, otherwise you just lose more and more stuff. And I guess I learned my lesson, so from now on every raid will go in another place. Yeah, because it's the same system in any game like this. You're going to get raided by people who play a lot more than you, and you have to... Wow, that was... How many minutes? Almost 5 minutes respawn. And you can no longer respawn in your castle if they destroy the chest. That's kind of weird, because that probably means they came somewhere from the north, all the way over here. So yeah, you're not really going to do anything during the siege. And this was not even an active server, so I guess the PvP in this game is not exactly how it should be, or at least the raiding. So the PvP part of the game is nice, but oh wait. Yeah, so I guess the PvP part of the game is nice because you lose durability and you also lose all of the materials on you, but there's basically nothing stopping the enemy from just destroying everything you have, even if they don't need the materials. So yeah, I can understand the developer's way of thinking, but I don't necessarily agree with their decision to make the PvP or the raiding so a little absurd. Because in the beginning you cannot have minions defend your castles, you cannot build huge castles, you cannot have huge structures defending you. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to defend in the beginning, because the game is about what, 3 or 4 days old? 3 days? Yeah, let's just say 4 days old. And I don't think many people have a lot of defensive structures or have moved their castle into the bigger areas. I'm just scouting these areas now. Anyway, like usual, you shouldn't get upset, it's just a video game. And I've been playing for so long only single player games that this almost feels like it's nice to have. But again, if you get attacked by level 60, that means you need to be level 70 to defend yourself.
This is a mistake.
You probably have to get super creative with our builds.
Gather at my castle.
Or other stuff. Looks like... Also, Trend is not saying anything. I guess he's really upset about that. But It's a video game. I think I've lost so much time in video games. Doesn't matter. I've been playing MMOs for a very, very long time, and I only stopped playing them because I think because of the YouTube channel mostly. And not only MMOs, MOBAs as well. So yeah, most of my gaming
Enemies are
hours,
lurking around my castle
probably,
grounds.
I don't know, I would say it's 50-50, 50% single player, 50% multiplayer, more or less. I remember playing Lineage on a private server for, I don't want to exaggerate, but it was surely at least 4 years. I also played Aeon and some other games as well, but also I played a lot of Dota, a lot of Warcraft custom maps, even a lot of Counter-Strike. So I want to scout some base locations. Yeah, because it's going to get very, very weird for the people. I don't know. I think servers are a little too small right now. Maybe they will need an admin or someone to look at them from time to time. At least now, look at them for what reason? Well, they should look at them for making sure people don't team up. Because imagine if you're playing on the PvP server on the duo one, and this happens.
Enemies on my land.
And also because they are a squad of 4 people, or even if there are 1 or 2 people, they will just destroy everything until you... So yeah, I think games like this need a mechanic for, I don't know, something for you to do while they're attacking your castle or something. They should maybe increase your, I don't know, I was going to say increase your power level to the attacking enemies, or at least increase it by 25%. So it makes sense you are online while being raided, otherwise, I don't know, it just feels weird that they adopted more or less the same formulas as in all MMOs or survival games like this,
Gather at my castle.
where your castle can or your base can be attacked by much higher level people, and there's nothing you can do after you die once or twice. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion about raiding in this game, and as you can see,
Enemies on my land.
they just destroy everything at that point, and at that point you don't have anything left to defend with and to rebuild even. Bastion of Dunley.
Enemies are lurking around my castle grounds.
They could have probably chosen a better name for this area. Doesn't seem like it's too threatening. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. I guess he ran away with a horse. I was thinking about moving all of the gear to a secondary base, or I really wanted to make another base today. Specifically for this reason, but because of the difference in schedules, I couldn't play a lot today, and when I played, Tran was not online. So that means I didn't really have enough time to make this work.
Castle grounds.
So yeah, we should probably just make another. Oh yeah, I think my favorite castle location was somewhere around here, this area.
Gather at my castle.
But again, it's kind of annoying that there are so many survival games out there, so many MMO games, so many stuff out there, and the developers don't really know how to do the raiding mechanic yet. Probably games like this will never be fun, or they'll never be as popular as MMOs once were, just because they cannot balance the mechanic of being raided and being able to do something about it. Yes, you're going to get attacked by much stronger people, but still, I think you should have a little bit of a fighting chance. Probably the minions wouldn't have helped much anyway. Uh-oh. Waygate, nice. So I guess you got to explore more of the nice place. So yeah, that was only the starter base, and you shouldn't really get attached to your starter base or your starter castle. I think they'll 100% try to unlock the castle, and we might lose it, but it's okay. Oh yeah, this is the regular gems. So I choose the PvP server specifically because I wanted to see how the game will be in the end game, and I don't know, another problem is that maybe 75% of the people will stop playing after 2 weeks, so you'll only be left with the very, very high level people who always want to do PvP. And from what I could see, most of the areas were filled with castles, so I guess the population of this server is... I don't want to exaggerate, but I would say it's around 200-300 people, at least. So I guess the people only log in to feed their castle hearts with blood, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't know. I just have I have too many expectations of multiplayer games like this. So from the base raiding and the base defense, it turned into a monologue. I guess we'll play a little more and see what happens next. I just want to uncover more of the map, and yeah, it's not really worth selecting the best base location, because the best base location will always be attacked. Huh.
Are they still in the base?
Nope, I think they left now.
Okay, I found their base.
Oh, nice. Write it down in the book of grudges.
Okay, well, this is how do I phrase this? I'm not really thrilled with the way things have been going, so I hope that you're able to really put on a little bit more of a good showing. Not just leave it to die for the next 3 months on the server.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's just that the server started a few days ago, and the raids should be weekly, so that was a lot less time to prepare for the raids anyway. I think the game we have been playing for 12 days, right? So usually you'd have to wait 7 days for the raids, but now I guess it was just because of the release schedule. And later we can build much better castles, have minions defended, make a lot of other things. But now you just made the castle and people could attack it. So yeah, I think there's not much point in defending. If you're going to get attacked, you might as well just go and attack another castle that no one defends. I thought the castle doors would last a lot longer, but no, I guess just attack it and destroy it. We can try and go attack someone else, or we can try to restore the base a little bit now. What do you want?
Give me a second to compose myself here.
Yeah, okay. Or arch enemy, the garlic. So yeah. Yeah, you didn't really have enough time to prepare, so I guess you'll be at a big disadvantage. Especially because, well, no, I guess if the raids are weekly, you will not have people who only play for the raids and don't farm at all, and they just raid every week.
Well, how much stuff is lost?
Probably everything.
You're not in the base?
No, I'm wrong. Well, they destroyed the coughing, so I was roaming around for a little bit to see the next teleporters and the next maps. The next locations, I mean, and teleporters. Can you see the map I uncover?
No, I don't. If you're not in the base, how do you know they're not there anymore? Does
You
it stop
don't-
spamming you?
Yeah, you don't get the message anymore. I'm coming back as well. I'll try to get some stone and wood. Let's prepare to rebound. Yeah, this was a nasty siege. I mean, a siege. It was... we were basically outgunned anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered if we were on the duo server anyway, because those were 20 levels above us. And after they destroy you a few times, you lose a lot of durability, man. So I'm down to level 24 just by dying a few times to the enemies. So yeah, I really don't understand. I guess, like I said, you just have to have a lot of static defenses and make a very intricate castle, not a honeycomb, just a very how to breach castle with much more defenses.
Yeah, pretty much everything's gone.
Yeah, you can look at the map and think of a castle location. Probably somewhere, yeah, in Dunley farmlands, kind of close to the north of the map. Probably all of the good locations are taken, but I don't know. See what location you like, or it's easier to defend.
I suppose. I'm going to talk to you in Steam chat. Give me a minute.
Ah, okay, I'm just farming materials anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead and return to base and start repairing it because we still have a giant hole in our fence now, and anybody can walk in, and stuff isn't. There's stuff that's missing in our base that I don't know how to repair, and maybe it just respawns after a while.
Oh yeah, we'll see right now. Interesting area. Yeah, and also the way the game is designed, you'll not really see much in PvP. I mean, the attacks are not slow, you'll just see a haze like I saw over there. So kind of like the PvP in this stage of the game kind of degenerates into balls of light. Probably that's the best way to describe it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I saw PvP videos and I was expecting this, but I think it's a little too much in my opinion. I'm not sure how much durability I had on my gear, but that seemed like you die super fast and you lose the gear super fast as well. Anyway, this should be about 20 to 30 minutes of just restoring stuff. Anyway, another advantage of that base is that it has a lot of stone and wood around it, as opposed to the barren cliffs over here. So some of these cliffs are kind of barren, especially if you build on top of them. But that base has resources all over it. All around it, to be more precise. Yeah, so I guess we just have to rebuild more. Probably they chose the release date at a weird time because they didn't know what to do with it. Probably this seed shouldn't have happened. Because it seems like you don't have enough time to prepare for it.
Not sure if you're still recording, but when you're not, would be the ideal time to look at the messages. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it.
Ah, okay. I wouldn't worry too much about stuff like this because I'm pretty sure a lot of the people quit playing anyway. And the goal is to have your minions collect stuff for you, not the other way around. But again, it's just a game. Okay, let's go there and see the damage. To me it seems like more sulfur is appearing on the map next to the base. Or, how should I put it, in the lower level areas. Okay, let's go home and let's see what we have there. Oh, probably have a lot of stuff left as well. What if you just do a little bit of math? Probably have some stuff left as well. Yeah, but I still think it's a little overpowered. They can just destroy all of your gates like that in a few minutes. Interesting. Those chests are okay. I guess they know that they have to destroy everything to get the loot out of everything. Okay, this is... nice. They left us the rats. See, that's how I saved the rat. The blood? What do you do with the blood? I guess this will reappear at some point. Yes, so let's put this to work again. Sawmill. Yeah, I don't know. I've played some other PvP games or raiding games, and this is kind of like the general concession. You shouldn't really play games like this, because the developers don't have a way kind of nerf people who only do raids and nothing else, and every week they raid or every day they raid, which is kind of fun, or kind of the fun for the community. Anyway, I'll have to redo all of this, and we'll see each other next time when we'll have a new, smaller base, and we'll get into the other, more advanced mechanics of the game. But, like I said, it's going to be a long road, and the server is going to wipe in about 3 months anyway. I'm really curious what the developers bring us. Maybe they can fix some of the shortcomings of the game, and yeah, we'll definitely get a lot stronger. See you next time. Bye bye.